All right. So let me get right on into this.
I need y'all to let me know if I'm tripping about something, right? Let me break it down to y'all. So I've been talking to this young woman. I've been dating her for a while, right? So me, I'm a gentleman. I like to court women appropriately, and I thought she was a stand-up woman. She's a single mother of 2 kids. She's a great mom. So when I can help, I help. I ain't broke. I got my own business. I work a good job. So, I used to send her $130 to get her nails done. I send her lunch money, $20-$30 every other day. I mean, y'all do the math. That should add up. And I even would buy her roses like every week. I would buy her some roses to put in her vase to cut them up. This is some white roses. I buy her roses. I mean, these are about $25-$30 too. But I always bought her flowers because I believe in buying a woman flowers. I believe that's to show my gratitude to the woman that I'm adoring. I took her to the H in Orlando 2 weekends ago. We always go to a hookah bar or something. We went on a lot of different dates. Always paid the tab. Never asked her to pay for anything. We went to this steakhouse 2 weeks ago. The tab was $300, and I bought her flowers. Never asked her for anything. Never said you had to do nothing for me. That's just out of the kindness of my heart, right? And then it was a hurricane. Hell, I brought the whole house snacks and shit. Bought her kids snacks. They ate all my Hershey bars. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never say nothing about it because I know I'm dating a mother of 2 kids. I know she has kids. So I have to accept her and her kids. So guess what? I did that. So yesterday we go on a date to see Smile too. So I told her, like, if I'm gonna see you, I gotta see you during the week because I got a really busy week. I'm a football coach. I coach high school kids. So Fridays are busy for me. In the weekend I be tired, man. So this weekend I got a couple photo shoots because I got my own photography business. So we go to the movies, I buy the tickets. So I tell her, I'm like, babe, can you give me a bucket of popcorn? She like, yeah. So mind you, now I was joking, but I was serious. So she give me the bucket of popcorn, and she buy it. Cool. So we watch the movie. We're going home. I'm peeping her energy. Her energy is, she just a little. It's just she's aggravated, but she ain't saying nothing. So I'm like, okay, she'll probably tell me later. She probably didn't like the movie. So I'm driving home, and so she basically was saying, hey, I wanted, I had a good night with you. I enjoyed you because we always have a good time together. I'm a vibe. But she was like, basically, she wanted to address some things. She was basically saying, if you wanted me to come out of my pocket, you could have let me know. But you begged me to go to the movies, so I thought you were gonna pay for everything. And if you know what I'm saying, if I knew I had to come out of my pockets, I would have never came, right? So like I'm driving, and I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, bruh, I don't hold nothing over people, but at this time, I'm like, bro, everything that I did, after I just spent $300 on you in a steakhouse, you can't buy me a bucket of popcorn for $15. I'm like, that's the most ungrateful shit I've ever seen in my life. First of all, we weren't even together. We're dating, or was dating. Like, bro, I ain't half of the shit. I ain't have to do this shit. I ain't gotta buy you flowers. I ain't gotta pay for your nails. I ain't gotta do none of that shit. I ain't gotta get your kids shit. I don't gotta do that. So I'm like, that shit pissed me off when I seen it. So basically, I just texted back. I sent her money back for the popcorn. I sent her $5 extra. Hell. And I basically was telling her, like, you ain't got to never worry about me again. Like, I ain't with that ungrateful shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I want to pause it right there real quick. If y'all want
What?
to read his response real fast, we're gonna keep the video going. But if you want to read his response, his exact response, catch that real quick because that's important. How he responded to her. Because he's paraphrasing in the video. But if you want to read that real quick, he sent the $20. That's his response when he sent the $20. All right. Okay.
I'm a cool nigga. I don't really trip much. But one thing I can't stand is an ungrateful ass female. So I sent her money back, and I told her, I hope you and your boys have a blessed life. You ain't never got to worry about me again. So she basically then continued to go on and say, how was she ungrateful because I invited her out and I expected her to pay. Like, bro, I paid for the tickets, bro. You paid for a box of popcorn for $15, bro. Like, if after all the thousands of dollars I spent, if I ain't worth $15, then I don't know how that's not ungrateful. Like, that's crazy as fuck, man. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping.
Oh, that was his fault. He came in there hot and heavy, baller player style, and couldn't keep up. I don't blame him. He should have
Mm.
took her to Chili's.
Okay.
That's
I
his
hear that.
fault. Cause
I
I
hear
don't
that.
blame him. You asked me for $15 and you already spent all this money. and she didn't like him no way. He's, you know, he's about to play stepdaddy, them kids and everything. He came in there all wrong, simping and playing stepdaddy.
All right, I hear that. I hear that.
Wrong.
Maybe I'm a completely different type of female. But even if you don't like this dude like that, first of all, you shouldn't still be kicking it with him. But even if you don't like this dude like that, you ain't got $15 for the popcorn. Like, it's giving broke. Because y'all, the way y'all complain out here about how men don't take y'all out, men don't do stuff for y'all. Y'all say, send the cash app. I need to get my nails done. I want a pedicure. I need this. I need that. So if he's doing that for you and he asks you for something, even if this ain't your dude like that, you mean to tell me you ain't got nothing for him? Nothing?
Donovan said, if she gave up them cheeks, she feels he owes her more money. I mean, I guess she could.
Well, if it's that kind of scenario, then why she ain't just say that though? You know what I mean? I guess I'm just like this. If that's what it is, you know what's interesting? It's probably a lot of dudes out here that if that's the kind of arrangement you want, they'll do that with you. They'll do that. Okay, you come over, we do the do, and you know, I give you money for this, I give you money for this, I give you money for that, because that it's an arrangement, right? It's an arrangement.
They'll do that for sure.
So there's probably some dudes out there that wouldn't mind having that arrangement. So I guess I'm confused. Like, if that's what you wanted and that's all it was, you already got kids, maybe you don't want a serious relationship. If that's what it is, then why you ain't let my man know that's what it was?
But Chloe, he might not even got none. Now that I'm thinking about it, because if she had gave him some snacks, he wouldn't have even been pressing no $15. He'd be like, okay, but you know, because why would she say if I had to pay $15? Because she would have already gave him some. So I don't think he got none. I think he was trying to get some, and then she played her hand. She should have just paid the 15 and got some more money out of him. But then it was just in his face. Nah, she really don't like me like that.
Yeah, no, I just
and his feelings was hurt.
No, so that too was wrapped in there. Just based on the investment my man was making in the $300 in Orlando, he done got that.
I'm just saying, do men? I mean, y'all be doing all that?
Y'all do all that? I don't think so. I know I have a lot of female friends, and you'll be surprised what these dudes is giving up and ain't even smelling it. You would be surprised.
Okay, I mean, we making assumptions. We don't know for sure. We don't know
because
for sure.
If it was just $15, if she had already gave him the sex, it would have really been that $15 ain't no thing. So her thing was, I'm not coming out of nothing. I'm in my relationship with you, and you doing all this for me for $15, and I done gave you some, and you helping me with my kids. She never liked him in the first place. So I don't think he got none.
Yeah, I just think, and I want to give JR a chance as well. Yeah, let me let JR rock, and then I'll throw my little 2 cents. JR, you want to say something? You good right now, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, everybody's made some fair points. But what I'm taking from it is, like, you know what? Regardless whether he got it or not, shit, $15. Come on now. I know they're saying, like, you know, he set the tone and he set it, you know, wrong or whatever it is, right? But ain't this what ladies are asking men to do? Set the tone, be a man type of ish, right? Now, him running out of money, if that's the case, that's a different conversation, right? If he overstretched his pocket or whatnot. But he's doing something that we thought ladies actually wanted. And that actually goes to show me that half of the things that I do say is like, hey, don't be treating these women nice because they don't actually care about you today in 2024 going in 2025. So that's why I sit and I say we can try and do the right things and then we'll get told, oh yeah, we set the wrong tone. Okay, let me set the wrong tone from the offset, and then that way, hey, if it goes left, then it goes left. Ain't nobody lose, right?
On that note, shout out to the brother in the video. I will say this: You know, did the brother go about things correctly from the beginning? No, he didn't. But I think this particular issue, and I said there's a key word in here that's very important in this video, but I think this particular issue is way outside of money. If it has nothing to do with the money, if this guy really was putting up this type of money that he say he was putting up, this $15 is not a thing. But he said something very key that's very important in this discussion. And I think it's also very important in these relationship fallouts today. He said that she was ungrateful. Yeah, but that's key. Yep, at the end of the day, forget the $15. Yeah, but I don't even think this was a $15 situation for my man, because he already been putting up money. So this $15, this ain't nothing to my man. What my man really has a problem with is the lack of support. Yeah, this is a young lady that he been showing love to, investing in. He said he dropping $120, $30 on her nails. He over here cash apping the lunch money. He over here getting snacks for the kids during the hurricane. He over here taking the Orlando to the H restaurant and dropping his little money. And it's like the one time he asks you for something, you can't do nothing for him. You ain't got no hollers for my man. Yep, and then you try to present it to my man like had he gave you a heads up that you might have to spend some money at the movies, then you might have kind of been okay with it. And it's like, that's cap. Yep, at the end of the day, a relationship is a relationship. You coming together with somebody, you creating a union with somebody. And at the end of the day, at the most basic level, you're supposed to have, or at least know, that somebody got your back. Yep, and if I hear the situation and you can't even hold me 15, then let me just go and let you go about your way. It's really that simple. Sex, no sex. Yeah, this is about, do you have my back? Do I got your back? Yeah, my man has already shown, even with these children not being his, he's willing to look out for your kids. So the one time you have an opportunity to show what you own, it's a problem. So on that note, my man did exactly what he needed to do. Now, he could have left a little. I know people about to get all triggered about the B word and all that, like we always do. But my man did basically what he needed to do. Just go and cut that loose, big fella. Let somebody else deal with old girl and go on about your way, man, because she ain't the one. Yeah, man, it's really that simple. For a lot of these dudes, it ain't about no money. You see, I think that's where we go wrong. We always assume because a guy is doing something for a young lady, he got to get something monetary or something physical in return. And that's not true. Yep, sometimes he just want to know that you support what he got going on. Sometimes he just want to know that he can depend on you if something goes south for him. That's really all it is. Yep, and once a guy gets dealt those cards that he can't depend on you, that he can't confide in you, that you don't really have his back like you say you do, that you don't support him like you say you do, or at least like he thought you would, then we might as well wrap it up at this point. Because that's really the foundation and the basis for relationships. Like I said again, it ain't this money. But what this money will do is it'll expose people. What this money will do is it'll put people in position so you can really see what they made of. You get a chance to see what they made of when they got it, and you really get a chance to see what they made of when they don't got it. So yeah, that's all I heard in that video. Yeah, my man got a chance to see what old girl was really on. And to the point, I think the point that was made earlier, his feelings probably was a little hurt. But at the end of the day, you learn your lesson and you keep it moving. Like you said, take your L and keep it moving. What's good? It's your boy Quay Price, holding it down for Candid Convos. Man, if you enjoyed this video, man, go check out this next one.